Good morning, stamping friends. My name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm really excited to share with you today, but let's hear about your weekend. I would love to hear in your comment section just things that you're working on or plans that you had this weekend. We had a wonderful weekend. We got to borrow our grandkids for the weekend, Tuesday through Saturday night, while our daughter and her husband celebrated their 10th anniversary. So they had a little staycation here in Arizona, and we had the privilege of watching the kids. So we had so much fun. It was just action-packed, but we didn't go too far from home, but we just made it fun for them and for us. And so now we're back to normal, and I'm back working on my little We Star weekend for some of my achievers on my team. We are renting an Airbnb in Arizona, and we are in for some fun. So I'm getting ready for that this week, but I wanted to get my video out for you just because we are winding down on that sale going on. So I wanted to share a project that uses some of the products that are going to be on sale now. Now, as you know, or maybe you don't know, shipping is going up in April for Stampin' Up! And this doesn't come as a surprise because we know the world we live in, everything is going up a little bit. So I just wanted to encourage you not only to get in on some of the sale things, but if there's some basics that you need, adhesives or just, cardstock, you might want to stock up now because normally our shipping is 10% of your order, but it will be rising to 11%. And then also there's a minimum shipping of $7.95 instead of $6.95. So I just wanted to share that with you and just let you know that. All right, let me turn the camera around and I will share with you today's project. The Savings Are in Bloom sale is kind of coming to a close. The last day to get in on this promotion is March 31st. And so you're going to want to take advantage of that before the sale is over with. Now, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is on sale for only $48. And you guys, I love using this because it's within my arm's reach on my little crafting area. So this is something that you're really going to get a lot of use of. It's so tiny and Barbie size. I just love it. And then also look at all these bundles that are on sale. And the one we're going to use today on my project is called All Squared Away, and it's normally a $50 bundle. You get the stamp set and dies, and it's only $40 during this sale. So I hope you will take advantage of this because this is something that is not going to be carrying over into the new catalog. And so once these are gone, they are gone. All right. The paper that we're going to use today is this beautiful hand-penned 12 by 12 designer series paper. I just love the colors on this, and these are all the coordinating cardstock colors. And so let's get started. We are going to start with our card base. It seems like I've been using more of the basic white thick cardstock. I like using the thicker cardstock for card bases when I'm using white. It's just a little more sturdy and more similar to our colored cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and then I scored it in half on the long side at 5 1/2, and just fold on that score line and use your bone folder, and it'll give you a nice crease here if you use that. And then the next thing we're going to do is grab our designer series paper, which this is cut out at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So we want this the exact same size as our card front. So we'll just add some Stampin' Seal on the back of this. And we're just going to have a nice clean card front with that beautiful floral paper. Lots of colors to work with in here as well. All right, let's set that aside. And the next thing we're going to do is show you all the pieces that I cut out. So this is all the same shape. We're going to cut out one Blushing Bride, and you can use whichever floral design you like. And then I did one of the Mint Macaron, and then we're going to do one piece of basic white, and this is about 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. I made it one hair less than that. So just barely 1 7/8 by 1 1/7, but just a hair shy. All right, so let's start by adhering. Let me get my silicone mat because sometimes I get glue all over. Excuse me. All right, so let's take the Mint Macaron, and I'm just going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue and add a little bit just on the edges of this. And you don't want to add too much, otherwise it's going to seep through and you'll have glue and sticky everywhere. All right, so just center this on there, on the white. It should be about the perfect size. All right, now what we're going to do with the pink one is we are actually going to take our paper snips and I want to cut out the middle flower. So we're just going to cut, and actually what we're after is the border. So just cut straight across, and so we're going to make a nice little square border. Now I did pretty good on my first cuts, but if you see like little notches in there, just go back and trim those little pieces out. You want it to be nice and straight. All right, now we're going to do the same thing and add just a tiny bit of adhesive or green glue, multi-purpose liquid glue, whatever you like to call it. And just add this. And if you need any basics like adhesives and glue, I recommend you build up your little stash now, because as you know, the shipping prices are going up on April 1st. I know it's kind of a bummer, but when you look at the world we live in, everything has gone up. I always base it on a head of lettuce, because I know it sounds crazy. We eat a lot of lettuce in our family, and I've watched it go from 99 cents a head to $2 a head. So everything's going up. It's just the world we live in. And I'm actually surprised Stampin' Up! Has gotten along this long without raising their shipping, but it's going up to 11% and used to be 10%. So it's just $1 more on the, you know, if you spend $10, it's going up $1. All right, there is the finished part of this. I just wanted to kind of break up the green because I definitely wanted some variety rather than all green here. So that's how you can get another color to coordinate with this. Now the next thing I did was I took So Saffron, and I'm just going to grab a dimensional, actually a large one is going to be the perfect size, and we'll put this right in the middle and pop this one up. And now there is a right and wrong way, so you'll have to kind of twirl this around. You can see that there's definitely a match here. So just keep twirling it until you match it up exactly. And so there we go. Now we have 3 colors going on this. The next thing I'm going to do is take the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. These are so pretty. I love iridescent because it basically just picks up whatever color that you've been using. And we are going to just add one of these sizes, and you can play around. It really doesn't matter what size that you want. And also I wanted to point out that you can color these in with blends. And so let me show you just for example. I'm going to use my dark flirty flamingo, and then you can kind of place it to see what size you like. Maybe the large one. Let's try that. So just take your pen and color around it, and it's going to be very light, but it's going to be pink, but still you can see that iridescent through it. And let me grab my pick tool and then just place that on. As you see how it's a little bit of pink, but it's still iridescent. Very pretty. All right, now we are going to place this on our card front. So what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to wait with this because I'm not sure of the placement yet. So let's put that piece to the side. The next part we're going to do is we're going to add a sentiment, and we are actually going to use the Amazing Thanks dies. I love these dies because I am such a sucker for cutout words. And this is kind of the background piece, and then this is going to be the more detailed piece. But I didn't cut this one out yet. This is Blushing Bride again. And I'm going to show you how to use our adhesive sheets. So these sheets come pretty good size. Let me grab and show you how large they are. You can get a lot of words cut out with this. And these are on page, I had to hunt for these because I wasn't sure where to find them. They're actually on the adhesive page on page 167. And these are $10, and you're going to get 12 sheets. And these are actually 6 by 12 inch large. And so I just wanted to point those out to you. So what I did was I took a piece of basic white and just cut it up about the size of this die here. And then also I cut the same size out of the adhesive sheet. Now what you want to do is take the sticker off the back side and put your cardstock on there. I usually do one side at a time. And then take the other backing off. Now when you die cut this, you're going to want the good side up. And then grab your little mini machine. I like to call this the little boss. The big boss is the big machine. The little boss is the little one. And then put your plates down. Now remember, basic white is up. And then just place your, can you see this? Hopefully I'm in the camera. Just place it like that. And then get it going. And then just crank it through. Now, the advantage to this is that this turns into a sticker. Grab a paper piercer, and so just pop this out, then pop all your little pieces out. And then pop the word out. And that way you don't have to worry that you're missing any of the areas that might have that might not have any glue on them. Okay, now you'll probably have to take your paper piercer, or remember your pick tool. Where did I set that? It does have a little pointy end. I should use that. I have a few of them right close to me. And take that other side off of the adhesive sheet and peel it off, and now it's going to be super easy to put on here. You have to be careful because this is so thin and it can bend around, so just start on one side and just start laying that sticker right on top, and you're going to find how easy this is and how it really gives a nice tight fit, and no glue will pop out anywhere, but you just have to be careful when you put it on so that it's nice and centered, and just kind of go one word at a time. Or I'm sorry, one letter at a time. There we go. Isn't that nice? All right, now we can put this together on our card front. The next part I'm going to do is cut out a coordinating piece of the Designer Series paper. And this is the Mint Macron Striped, and it's 4 1/4 by 3 inches. And what we're going to do here is just add some dimensionals on the back side. And this is just going to break up the flower pattern a little bit so it's not quite so crazy, because once we put our elements on, it kind of gets lost in the floral print a little bit. So we're going to just put this to kind of showcase the items we're going to add. All right, now let's grab the inside parts. First, we're going to do the little flower, and I already added the dimensionals, but I just kind of want to get the placement of it. So I'm going to go that here. And then we're going to put our thanks right here. All right, so we can probably go ahead and put our thanks down because I don't have any foam tape under the T here. And then just a couple of dimensionals on the back of here is going to be fine. Just slip this under here. And do you see how that's kind of set off from all the flowers here? All right. So there we have our card for today. Isn't that simple? Just a fun way to use those little frames. Well, thank you so much. And remember, I do my Creative You each month. I'm gearing up for April. And if you place a $35 or more order and use the host code listed right up here, you will receive 3 free projects in the mail along with a PDF tutorial that I will email you. That's my way of saying thank you. And I just love sharing along with those who can meet in person. I also send these kits to those who cannot meet in person because I live in Arizona. Thank you again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week, Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock Arizona time. Bye-bye, everyone.